a lot of change has happened right behind me, and if I'm going to be completely honest, I kind of dread having to explain it all. So it turns out that my blood magic was out of date, and there are a bunch of new features, which a guy in the comment section actually asked me to cover one of the newer features, which is a infinite dungeon. So that is what I'm going to be covering today. However, because this is also a Mana and Artifice playthrough, I'm going to explain all this in one moment. But I am going to show one new spell that I created. It is the lightning damage component. It's pretty simple. It is damage, but it's a little lightning bolt. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. It does actually, like, the cool thing about the lightning damage is that there are no creatures that are immune to it. So that means that I can now zap things such as blazes with the lightning strike, and it won't survive, which is just very helpful. And the main reason why I'm wanting to do this is because we are going to be going into the Daemon realm completely. But as you guys may notice, I've got a bunch of extra heart here. Well, that is because I actually discovered how to use these living armor upgrade tomes. It turns out you just hold it, and then you right click, and then it just fills up your living chest plate with stuff. So I actually was able to get my living armor all the way up to, like, well, it's currently on that. I just have it as various random things, but the main thing that I have is all of the health benefits and the experience benefits. So if I were to walk over here and kill stuff, I'm probably gonna get like 10 levels, even though there's like 4 mobs. Yeah, see, 7 levels. And if I kill this one guy, you guys will see that I just gained 2 levels for killing a single mob, which is just insane. But yeah, the like equipment thing that I'm going to be covering today is actually a part of the Blood Magic mod. I've been messing around with the Demon Will stuff, so I am going to talk a little bit about how that works before I head off into the Daemon realm. So the thing that I'm holding in my hand is a note router. You craft it like so, a reinforced slate, some sticks and that stuff, on a Heckfire Forge. You get a node router. And the way that it works is that it will show connections that you have formed between various node routes. Oh, routing nodes? Yeah, routing nodes. And there are 4 different types of routing nodes. There is the master routing node, which you need to have in order to work. You have the output routing nodes, which is where stuff leaves the routing network. You have input routing nodes, which is where stuff goes in. And you have just plain old routing nodes, which just serve to, like, as connectors between them. So, for example, we have this output node, and that connects to the master node. But we also have this routing node here, which connects to a bunch of stuff all the way over there, which I probably should have made its own routing node for, but I chose not to. It just creates this network here that will do stuff. So the master routing node, it can be upgraded with basic routing node upgrades. This is how it's crafted. It just requires a little bit of will, but it makes it so that each one of these increases their capacity to bring stuff in and out of the system by 8. And its default amount is 16 items per second. So it's, if I were to pull up my calculator, just type it on my other screen, it is 16 plus 16 times 8, so that transfers 144 items per second, which is right around 2.5 stacks. Sorry, 2 1/4 stacks exactly per second. And the main benefit for this stuff is that it actually kind of serves as an automatic item sorter if you create filters and use it properly. So you have your routing master node, your master routing node connected to all of your nodes by just shift right clicking here, and then you shift right click here, and then it links it. Well, how do you actually use them? Well, the way that you do it is that you have to set up first input routing nodes, and then you put a filter in them. So this filter is set to input Demon Will Crystals, Steadfast Will Crystals, Vengeful Will Crystals, Destructive Will Crystals, and Corrosive Will Crystals all into the system. And as you can see, it's connected to the master node. So that master node is connected to all the other nodes in the system. And what one of them is connected to is this node here, which accepts the Demon Will Crystals in a Demon Crucible, so it will release Demon Will into the air. And that is what these things are. It is converting the demon will in the air into demon crystals. And the interesting thing about this is that there actually is a very slight net gain. So I've started with like 1 to 2 demon crystals, I think. Maybe like 4. And now I've gotten like a ridiculous amount of demon crystals. And I similarly have performed a ritual, I believe, the Resonance of the Faceted Crystal. What it does is that it will turn a raw crystal cluster into the different types of the Vengeful, Corrosive, Steadfast, and Destructive crystal types. And these different crystal types will have different impacts on your sentient sword, as well as they can make your rituals more powerful. However, I haven't gotten enough of them in order to start doing that, so I'm just collecting them and just building them up. And you may have noticed this little thing up here. If I hold down shift, it tells me the exact amounts of each will there is in the area. So the way that I have that is the Demon Will Ore Gauge, which is crafted with these stuff. Just Demon Will Crystal, some glass, some gold, and some redstone. And all that combines into this little system here, which automatically will just release the Demon Will into the area, and then these crystals will condense them. So I believe each crystal will absorb 45 to 40, I forget how much, to create a single Demon Will crystal, and then you put it in here, and then it will turn into 50, so very slight net gain. And I eventually will be able to do more fancy stuff with that, but for now, I'm just going to be collecting these crystals off camera. And you guys may have noticed that I've got this line all the way out here, which I said that I definitely should have created a second area. Well, I actually connected this to my crop farm. Because my crop farm, I noticed that I was getting a bit full. So what I've done is I have actually taken the thing and I connected it to the routing node system. So then it will filter out all the Tau fruit that I have and put it over here because I've been needing to use it to craft some stuff. And the other stuff I'm just putting up into here, which it's being put into this chest, which is connected to my automatic composting system. So I've just been composting all of it because the chests were all full. And so I kind of needed to deal with all the extra crops. And to try to get some saturated Tau, I actually have this guy over here. He's just gonna sit here until he takes damage, and then these Tau fruits will be converted into saturated Tau. So I now actually have a somewhat passive form of that. Yeah, so that's just been what I've been doing with quite a bit of my prep time. And so with all of that, I am actually going to be going into the Daemon Realm. Now you guys may be asking, well, Jeb, haven't you already been to the Daemon Realm with your other ritual thing, whatever this one was called? Yeah, the Edge of the Hidden Realm. Well, emphasis on Edge of the Hidden Realm. That actually just sends us to a sneak preview of what the Demon Realm actually is. So if I open up this new ritual, Pathway to the Endless Realm, it creates this little ritual here, and I am going to activate it. There's the Master Crystal, and I'm pretty sure it'll soon get struck by lightning and create a super inversion pillar, which will teleport me to the entire Daemon Realm instead of just a single thing. And so actually I do have quite a few non-stackable stuff in my inventory, so I'm going to toss a bunch of stuff into my Rift here. The mod book, because I'm actually able to access it now, because I updated the mod, and I actually found that I'd been missing a few of the files, but I'm going to be tossing quite a few of my stuff in here. My inventory is so chaotic now. However, I've just cleared up a bit of space, and now we're going to teleport to the Daemon Realm, joining the world, loading the terrain. And now, we have this thing here. Wait. Whoa! We have the other side disc! That's awesome! As well as some rotten flesh, name tag, and that type of thing. Okay. That's interesting. We also have some more keys here. As well as a few more music. Okay. This is very interesting. And I assume that we can just teleport on back through. Yep. We can just teleport back and forth as we wish. So, I assume that the way that this is going to work is that... Oh. Took a little bit of damage here. Oh, these look cool. Yeah, the brighting's not great. I'm pretty sure I've already got my brighting all the way up. Yeah, it's because it's only lit up by these things. So I'm just gonna put down these things. So I've got some keys here. I'm going to open up these doors because these are dungeon seals. I'm just gonna open it up. Oh goodness, what It's Piglin. It's a Piglin brute with a diamond pickaxe. Okay. Okay, so this is like an incomplete ender portal. Okay. And this is a spawner for a Piglin brute. But this just seems to... Oh, there's a chest back there. Okay, I just was like, this doesn't seem to be something I want to check out, but, you know, if there's a little bit of loot... And I hate breaking mob spawners, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Oh, more saturated tile. That is extremely helpful. Yeah, I'm just poking through here. I mean, the saturated tile is actually like, the best part of that. Let's see, is there anything else in here? Oh! A fire protection 4. Can pick that up. Okay, so... I mean, I guess I'll take the leather. I suppose I could also take the raw iron, but I've already got, like, ore doubling. That actually is something else that I am going to be covering soon. With the combination of mods that I'm using... Ew. Oh, goodness. These guys are strong. I'm gonna block off the door here. Yeah, so with the combination of mods, it is actually possible to have, like, ore quadrupling, I think. I did the math very quickly, but I don't remember where the math is. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure that you can do ore quadrupling because of how they interact. Let's see, what's in here? Okay, so lots of zombies. I guess I'll zap these guys a little bit before I put down torches. I mean, zombie flesh can be turned into leather, so this area is not entirely useless, even if it is just the zombie spawners. Oh goodness, there are like 3 zombie spawners in here. Oh! I mean, the mod did say like, oh my gosh, this area is super dangerous. Oh, we got some iron fragments, which can be turned into iron gravel, which can then be turned into iron sand, and iron sand can be smelted into iron, so I guess we have iron adjacent. But if I'm being completely honest, I like don't really need ores. I can just summon a meteor. Oh, we got some more iron keys. Okay, I guess that's like the most useful thing in here. Maybe this is the tutorial for what the iron gravel is used for. As well as a like triple zombie spawner. This can definitely be used in the future for stuff. However, I'm more curious to explore the rest of the thing. Oh! Goodness, even more of these guys. Okay. Okay, wow, that is a lot of zombies. Like, a lot of zombies. Wow. But that's it. It's just the initial spawning in of a bunch of zombies, as well as some random stuff in here, huh? Whoa! This place has netherite? That's awesome. Okay, then. So it's netherite scrap sand. Oh, guys. They didn't realize, but we can double this netherite as well as... Wait. Oh. Huh. Okay, so there's another zombie spawner. But I assume that we could actually, like, break down the walls here at a later point and have a super big mob spawner. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, we got some diamonds, as well as some netherite scrap sand. So each of these is 2 netherite. Well, of the netherite scraps. Because we can... So, we've got the ore doubling already. And the scrap sand is already doubling. And this netherite stuff, it can be exploded into ancient debris fragment, giving us 3 of these, and then we could combine that with some corrupted dust, and turn that into 2 more of the stuff, and then turn that into some netherite scrap sand. So pretty much this is like 2 netherite ingots because of the mod combination. And these 2 are 1 netherite ingot, so we've already got like quite a bit of progress towards a set of netherite armor. No, I don't know how I feel about all these random items on the ground. It makes me concerned that I missed something in the nether portal room. This one in here. Because there are just so many random thing, there's just a bunch of lava in there. I assume that if items were dropped on the ground, they're gone. Oh, and we have the reinforced explosive cell as well as some of that corrupted dust. So we actually can, like, break down some of this netherite stuff. As well as, ooh, we got the... Oh yeah, this is the demonite. Sorry, the heckforged ingots. Those are really useful in the future as well. But yeah, this is super useful. I'm going to explore as evenly as possible. Wow, there's so much stuff in here. Oh, we got some will crystals. That will be helpful. Oh, some cutting fluid, of course. So, in other words, this dimension's kind of overpowered. Oh, wait, a husk spawner? A husk spawner? I don't think we really need these. Wait, actually, I could just break the chest. Okay, so this is kind of weird. I have to actually choose which path I want to go. Wait, is that meant to be a face? Is this just like a smiling cyclops with like big shoulders? Okay then. Although this one's door goes that way. Oh, there are 2 more zombie spawners up there that I didn't notice, but they're not spawning stuff. Okay, so I assume that there's blazes back here. Oh, just even more zombies. Okay then. Let's see, poking around a little bit more, it just... Oh, we got more saturated tau. But this room seems to be the same exact one that we encountered earlier, except this one doesn't have, like, infinite netherite in it, which makes me sad. Yeah, these rooms are the exact same thing, except this one's better. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can craft more of the keys. Yeah, it's pretty cheap, just imbued slates, some iron, and some redstone. So I'll actually definitely be able to explore more in this place in the future. The lock breaks and fizzles out of existence. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I do want to... I'm going to switch to spectator mode to test something. Yeah, these two share the same wall. That's why the lock broke, if I'm guessing correctly. And I switch back to survival mode. This will also fizzle out of existence because they go into each other. So it is possible for your dungeon to actually end, I think. Because if I'm thinking about it, those first 2 rooms were just running into each other. And so it would make sense that it is theoretically possible for the dungeon to run out. Oh, but this version of the room is a bit better. It gave me some diamonds. Sulfur is like really easy to craft. I like these rooms because they give me the keys, though. That's somewhat helpful. I mean, I guess that these also give me like storage. If I'm like, if I guess I don't want to leave. But the thing is, I can just run back and forth if I really needed to transport all this stuff, which I probably will at some point in the future. Just run back and forth, transport everything. But yeah, I guess I've got 2 more keys. I'll pop them up. The key fizzled out of existence. Oh, that's probably running into the other room. Okay, so yeah, I gotta zap these guys again. Oh, something hit. Oh, it's a skeleton. What? Did you guys see how much health I had? Oh, wow. Whoa, whoa. Well, thankfully I can summon my grimoire, which, has my spells, but... Whoa! That skeleton just sniped me! Oh, but now I have to remember where I went, so... Not this way. I'm gonna have to... I also keep on hearing blazes, but I haven't encountered a single blaze spawner. Okay, so... The skeleton's right there. So I'm now going to take a wild guess and assume that the things become significantly more powerful the further into the dungeon you get. Because it seems like that skeleton had like power 5 on its bow in order to like one-shot me without armor. And like two-shot me with like the super armor. So next time what I should bring into there is like invisibility potions. Because... Yikes! Where did they go? Oh, I killed them. At least I think. I'm gonna pick up my stuff again. Okay, I've gotta... Oh no! What I want now is one of those skeletons' bows, because they probably have, like, power 6 or something. Or maybe I just need to enchant my bows with projectile protection. Okay, I got that one down. They did not drop their bow. Okay, they take 3 hits to kill. I assume the zombies are just gonna be OP buff. Ooh, okay. Light it up, 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 light it up. Okay. I think... Oh wait, I forgot to put my curios back on. That would be a slight problem. Oh goodness, that was... Okay! I want to just heal up a little bit. I have lit up this room. The skeletons can't hurt me anymore. Except the one that's right underneath me. If I just angle myself slightly differently. Wait a minute! My faction item! The Bracelet of Trickery. It'll get rid of all my extra health. However, boom. I'm now invisible. Nope, no, 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 no! Okay. I was completely calm, guys. Okay. Let's see, so we just have a few more will crystals. Oh, the leather, actually, I'd say, is the most helpful part. Okay, so, note to self. I actually have a use for my faction item now. Protection 4. Wait a minute. Can I swap it out for the helmet? Yeah, seems like it. Haha! Seems like the chestplate's the only thing that actually matters. In regards to obtaining, like, the super benefits, though. Okay, so I guess I'll just fling myself up to here. Check out these chests. And then I've got another key, so I can just, you know, head on over to that. Something just fell over there. Well, let's see. This one actually has 3 doors, so I'm gonna go this way. Oh, I guess the mobs are supposed to spawn with glowing. Okay, so I'm gonna put in some lights here. So, I'm out of keys now. Well, I believe that this actually was an extremely successful run, despite my, untimely death. But there are so many things in here that I can just kind of borrow for later. Oh, rabbit's feet! I actually been looking for those, because then I can now make this! Yes! You guys don't understand what I'm talking about. However, that's because I'm going to explain it next episode, because, oh boy, I can make probably the best enchantment in Mana and Artifice now, which would be Cloud Step Enchantment, which gives us a double jump. So I am going to be making that, but for now, I am out of here, except I really want to know where these blazes are coming from. Aha! I found one of them. So they're like underneath. Oh my gosh! So the blazes are falling through holes somehow into the void. Wait a minute. Hold up? What? Where are these things? Underneath? Oh my gosh! I just spoiled something for myself. But goodness, there are hidden rooms in this? Procedurally generated hidden rooms. Although, I assume that this, has nothing hidden in it. It's just an incomplete end portal. We've now learnt something, maybe. I'm gonna just run back through to, an area where I am more safe. Although, comparatively to that place, literally anywhere is safe. My goodness, that was a journey. So, thank you guys for watching this episode. It was crazy to have to run through. It was most certainly an adventure to be heading into the depths of the Daemon realm. I probably am going to explore in there a little bit more off camera, but like I said, I now have access to a few more options of Mana and Artifice that were essentially like region blocked. Like, I'm not close enough to a desert to be able to create, say, desert-based spells or obtain rabbit's feet. So I actually can create some new stuff with that in there. However, that would be for a later time, because I've got to chill out and, like, edit this video. Because this video is going to take, like, years to edit, so just wish me the best of luck, guys. There's just so much stuff going on in there. Okay, so, note to self. I need to create more of these keys. Oh, I accidentally picked up a diamond pickaxe. Lame. Who uses a diamond pickaxe? But I hope you guys have a very good day and that you enjoyed this content. Hello? I can circle this little thing over here. Yeah, this? What is that? What is that? I need to know. And yeah, I know that I'm, like, standing right next to a creeper, guys. Don't worry. At least these guys can be killed easily with a single shot instead of, like, the 15 those zombies had. What the heck? Because I now actually have information to more about the Blood Magic mod, I am going to be including it a little bit more, at least for the next few episodes, because I actually know what to do. But with that, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode. I'll be seeing you guys around soon, although I assume that that thing back there is just a visual glitch? Maybe? I mean, there is one way to find out. Just, Oh, yep, it is an illusion. I will continue working on you, good tower. I just need to get good. But with that, I'm going to be heading out. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I am going to be working, like, a bit more on this later. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you guys will have a very good day. So, it just occurred to me while editing this. My voice range is very different depending on how excited I am. Is that a normal thing, guys? Does my voice usually rise like 15 octaves the moment I discover that I've just received Other Side? Or I guess Pig Step as well, but those are good music discs. But is that a normal thing? Am I just now noticing this?